Listen carefully, because what you are about to hear is not an ordinary message. It is a call to your soul, a warning to your spirit, and a decision that cannot wait until tomorrow. Imagine standing at a crossroad where one path is filled with eternal light, peace, and purpose, and the other path is engulfed in endless fire, torment, and regret. The voice of eternity is speaking now, asking you the most important question of your life. Will you choose the divine path of truth, or will you choose the fire? Decide now, because hesitation is dangerous and delay is destruction. This is not just another moment in your life. This is the moment that shapes your destiny forever. Before we go any further, subscribe and align yourself with this divine frequency, because what is being released today is not ordinary words, but prophecy to shift your soul and awaken your purpose. The message is clear. The voice resounds across the universe. Choose life, choose light, choose truth, or choose fire. There is no middle ground, no compromise, no safe distance between both paths. The fire waits for those who hesitate, for those who delay, for those who think they can live half in the world of truth and half in the darkness of deception. But the Eternal One says, choose me or choose fire. Decide now, because indecision is already a decision against the truth. The greatest strength of the chosen ones is not found in holding on to what is temporary, but in letting go of everything that binds them to emptiness. Emotional detachment from what is fragile, unstable, and fleeting is not weakness, it is power. To detach from the illusions of this world is to declare that your soul is greater than your circumstances. Detachment is the evidence of confidence in eternity, because the one who clings to passing things is the one who fears losing them. But the one who stands detached is already free, already strong, already untouchable. You were never created to be controlled by fear, by people's opinions, by rejection, or by the false promises of a world that is fading away. Every time you let go of what is fake, you make room for what is eternal. Every time you detach from what drains your spirit, you step into the fullness of divine purpose. The fire is not only a place of torment after life, it is also the condition of those who refuse to detach from what destroys them here and now. The fire begins with attachments to bitterness, anger, greed, lust, and pride. The fire begins with compromise, and yet the call of eternity is still speaking. Choose me or choose fire. There are moments when silence is louder than words, and there are decisions that cannot be delayed without consequence. This is such a moment. Your destiny is not waiting for you to feel comfortable. Your calling is not waiting for the perfect time. Your breakthrough is not waiting for you to negotiate with your doubts. The divine voice is thundering now. Decide. Do not think that tomorrow is promised, because tomorrow is not yours. You are breathing now, hearing now, living now. This is the hour of decision. The chosen ones are not those who blend in with the world. They are those who burn with a different fire, a fire of purity, truth, and holiness. The chosen ones are not afraid to walk away from what everyone else calls success, because they know that not all success is divine. Many build towers that will crumble, empires that will collapse, and lives that will end in emptiness. But the chosen build on eternal foundations, and those who build on eternity cannot be shaken. That is why you are being called to detach, to let go of what is temporary so you can hold what is unshakable. The illusion of control keeps many bound. They think they own their lives, their time, their choices. But the truth is, every breath is borrowed, every heartbeat is a gift, and every moment is an opportunity to choose the one who gave you life. Detachment reminds you that you own nothing, you are only a steward. And when you live like a steward, you stop clinging to possessions, to people, to positions, because you realize they were never yours to begin with. Do not be deceived by comfort, because comfort can be a trap. Many souls are asleep in the arms of comfort, unaware that fire is waiting. The true strength of a chosen one is revealed when you can walk away from comfort to embrace calling, when you can abandon applause to embrace truth, when you can detach from the need to be seen to walk in the reality of being chosen. Comfort is temporary, but calling is eternal. The divine word still declares, choose me or choose fire. Decide now. Fear whispers to the soul, telling you to hold on tightly to what is crumbling. But wisdom shouts louder, telling you to release what is crumbling so your hands are free to receive what is everlasting. The act of letting go is not weakness. It is mastery. The one who lets go first is the one who is free first. When you detach from what the world worships, you step into the freedom of the chosen ones. This is what it means to rise above, to ascend, to walk in authority. And yet many delay, thinking they have time. They live as if eternity will wait for them, as if fire will not touch them, as if compromise has no cost. But delay is destruction. Every moment wasted in indecision is already a surrender to fire. The urgency of this moment is divine. It cannot be ignored. Choose the eternal path now, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. The path of truth is not easy, but it is eternal. The path of fire is wide, attractive, and filled with temporary pleasures, but it ends in destruction. The choice may seem difficult to the flesh, but it is clear to the spirit. If you want eternal strength, eternal peace, eternal life, then you must detach from what is passing and choose what is eternal. To choose the divine is to choose courage, because it requires facing rejection, misunderstanding, and sacrifice. But the chosen do not fear loss, because they know that what they gain is greater than anything they give up. The world may call it weakness, but eternity calls it wisdom. To detach from the temporary is to embrace the eternal, and that is the true mark of strength. The call is going forth again, choose me or choose fire. Decide now. This is not a soft invitation, this is a divine command. The voice of truth is not begging you, it is warning you. The fire is real, and the choice is real. Do not play with eternity. Do not gamble with your soul. Do not waste this moment. You are being called higher, deeper, further. The one who detaches rises. The one who detaches becomes unshakable. The one who detaches cannot be manipulated by fear or controlled by others. Detachment is freedom. Freedom from the grip of fire. Freedom from the chains of compromise. Freedom from the lies of this world. The chosen live differently because they see differently. They know that eternity is closer than breath, and they live every moment with the awareness that their decision determines their destiny. So I ask you again, as the eternal voice asked in the beginning, will you choose the light or will you choose the fire? Decide now. Because the moment you choose, the moment you detach, the moment you let go of everything that keeps you bound, you step into power that cannot be shaken, peace that cannot be stolen, and purpose that cannot be destroyed. Every soul is being weighed in the balance of eternity. Every choice is a seed, and every seed carries a harvest. The question is not whether you are planting. The question is what you are planting and where it will grow. If you plant compromise, your harvest is fire. If you plant truth, your harvest is eternal life. The voice speaks with urgency, because there is no greater deception than believing you can wait forever. Waiting is the luxury of those who think time belongs to them, but time belongs to the one who gave it. You do not own your next breath, and that is why the decision cannot wait. There are countless voices in this world, but only two directions, the way of light and the way of fire. The voices of this world are loud, persuasive, glittering with promises of success, pleasure, and recognition. But their destination is emptiness. They invite you to feast on shadows, to drink from wells that do not satisfy. And yet, one voice breaks through the noise with authority that cannot be denied. Choose me or choose fire. There is no third option, no safe middle, no compromise that will save you. The chosen are set apart because they hear that voice and respond with action. They do not just feel conviction, they make a decision. They do not just nod in agreement, they take a step. They do not just confess with lips, they surrender with lives. This is what separates the chosen from the deceived. The deceived think they can carry both fire and light, but the chosen know you cannot serve both. Detachment is the proof of that decision. Detachment is not coldness, it is clarity. It is not apathy, it is wisdom. When you detach from what is temporary, you declare that your identity is not rooted in possessions, not secured by people, not dependent on circumstances. Detachment is saying, I am not defined by what I lose, I am defined by what I cannot lose. That is true freedom, and freedom is the mark of the chosen. Look around you. The world is addicted to attachment. People cling to relationships that destroy them, jobs that enslave them, habits that poison them, and dreams that lead them into chains. They are trapped because they confuse attachment with love and possession with security. But the chosen know that attachment to what is dying is the quickest path to death. Detachment may feel like loss, but it is actually life. When you let go of what is dying, you make room for what is eternal. Fire is not just the torment that waits after life. Fire is the condition of those who choose attachment now. Fire is restlessness, emptiness, anxiety, fear, and guilt. Fire is living in constant hunger with no satisfaction. Many are already burning, not with eternal fire, but with inner fire of regret and bondage. They smile on the outside, but their souls are in flames because they refuse to detach. They are proof that compromise destroys before eternity even begins. But those who choose the eternal path carry a different fire. The fire of truth, the fire of divine purpose, the fire that burns away chains and lights the way for others. They are not consumed by this fire, they are refined by it. This is the fire that makes chosen ones unbreakable. And this is the fire you are called to carry. When you decide to let go of what binds you and hold on to what cannot be shaken. Many think strength is in holding on. They tell themselves, if I can just grip harder, maybe it will not leave me. If I can just fight harder, maybe I will not lose. But true strength is not in holding on, it is in letting go. Detachment is not weakness, it is proof that you have already won. When you can lose and still stand, when you can walk away and still smile, when you can be rejected and still love, that is power. The one who detaches has already defeated the fire. The call goes deeper. This is not only about avoiding torment, it is about stepping into destiny. When you choose truth, you are not only saved from fire, you are ignited with purpose. You become a carrier of light in a dark world, a voice of clarity among confusion, a sign of eternity in a world obsessed with the temporary. Your life becomes a prophecy, a living message that others cannot ignore. Do not underestimate the weight of your decision. When you choose eternity, you change not only your own destiny, but the destiny of those connected to you. Your family, your friends, your children, your community, they all feel the ripple of your decision. One choice can alter generations. One decision can rewrite history, and that is why the voice is so urgent to choose now. Do not delay, do not gamble with the fire. The greatest deception of the fire is to make you believe it does not exist. It whispers, there is no consequence. There is no urgency. There is no eternity. It tells you to live for today, to indulge in every desire, to ignore the voice of truth. But deep inside, your soul knows the fire is real. Your conscience testifies. The weight you feel in your spirit when you hear this message is proof that eternity is near. That is why you cannot ignore this. The chosen know that freedom is not in abundance, but in surrender. The world tells you to attach yourself to more, to gather, to collect, to chase. But the chosen live with open hands. They release as quickly as they receive, because they know nothing in this world can hold them. They are not afraid to lose, because they cannot lose what matters. Even death cannot take away their life, because their life is hidden in what is eternal. That is the ultimate detachment. So when you are asked to choose, it is not only about where you will spend eternity, but about how you will live now. Will you live chained by fear or free in purpose? Will you live burning with anxiety or burning with truth? Will you live chasing shadows or walking in light? The choice is in your hands, and the weight of heaven and fire are both waiting on your decision. The path of eternity is narrow, but it is filled with strength. It is not easy, but it is worth everything. And every step of detachment is a declaration of war against the fire. Every time you release what is temporary, you are building eternal treasure. Every time you say no to compromise, you are saying yes to destiny. Every time you walk away from what drains you, you step into what sustains you. That is how the chosen live. Hear this truth: your soul is more valuable than anything you are afraid to lose. Do not trade your soul for applause, for money, for comfort, for relationships that keep you bound. These things feel secure for a moment, but they are fire in disguise. They look like treasures, but they are traps. Do not let your soul be fooled. Detach now, while you still can. The decision is clear. The fire is real. The call is urgent. Choose me or choose fire. Decide now. The decision is standing before you like an open gate. Beyond one gate is peace, light and life without end. Beyond the other gate is torment, fire, and regret that cannot be undone. The gates are open now, but they will not stay open forever. The voice is crying out once more with urgency that shakes the heavens and the earth: choose me or choose fire. Decide now, for the time of hesitation is ending, and the weight of eternity is pressing upon your soul. This is not a call that can be answered halfway. This is not a path that can be walked with one foot in the fire and one foot in the light. The chosen understand that compromise is poison. To live in compromise is to live divided, and a divided soul cannot stand. You cannot serve two masters, you cannot walk two paths, you cannot drink from two cups. The call demands full surrender. That is the price, but it is also the reward. For what you surrender, you gain in eternity. What you release, you receive multiplied in ways the world cannot measure. The fire does not always appear as fire. Sometimes it appears as comfort, sometimes as pleasure, sometimes as opportunity. But beneath the surface, it is still fire. It burns slowly at first, until you are too weak to escape. The enemy of your soul wants you distracted, entertained, and satisfied for the moment, while eternity slips away. But wisdom cries louder: do not be fooled by the disguise of fire. Look deeper. Test what is before you. Measure every path by its destination, not by its appearance. The chosen carry discernment because they are detached. They are not blinded by desire, because their desire is anchored in what is eternal. They are not slaves to pleasure, because their pleasure is found in truth. They are not trapped by fear, because their confidence is rooted in eternity. This is why detachment is essential. Without it, you cannot see clearly. With it, you see through deception. Detachment is the lens of eternity. When you choose the eternal path, you are not only escaping fire, you are stepping into authority. Authority to rise above fear, authority to silence lies, authority to walk in purpose with unshakable resolve. The chosen do not bow to the opinions of men. They bow only to eternity. They are not swayed by applause or rejection, because they know both are fleeting. Their detachment gives them stability that no storm can shake. This is the strength of the chosen, and this strength is available to you the moment you decide. But hear me clearly: delay is defeat. Every day you wait, the fire grows closer. Every hour you hesitate, the chains grow tighter. The illusion of time is a trap. You tell yourself you have tomorrow, but tomorrow is not promised. You think you can choose later, but later may never come. The voice is urgent because the time is short. Choose now, While you can, your soul was created for eternity, not for fire. You were designed to carry light, not to be consumed by flames. That is why you feel the weight of this call. That is why your spirit cannot ignore these words. Deep within, you know you were made for more than compromise. You were made to stand, to shine, to overcome. That is the mark of the chosen. Think of the strength that comes when you detach from what others cling to. They chase possessions, you walk free. They cling to opinions, you rise above. They drown in fear, you stand in peace. This is the power of detachment. It is not the absence of love, it is the presence of truth. You love more deeply when you are detached, because your love is not chained to fear of loss. You give more freely when you are detached, because you know nothing truly belongs to you. You live more fully when you are detached, because you are no longer bound by what can fade. The fire feeds on attachment. It consumes those who cannot let go. But the eternal path begins with open hands. Open hands release what is false to receive what is true. Open hands let go of the temporary to hold the eternal. Open hands are the sign of surrender, and surrender is the doorway to destiny. Do not underestimate what is at stake. This is more than life or death. This is eternity. Eternity is not a concept, it is reality. When the final breath leaves your body, your soul will not disappear. It will continue, either in light or in fire. That is why the decision cannot be postponed. Eternity is closer than you think, and once you cross into it, there is no turning back. The chosen live with this awareness every day. That is why they do not waste time on what does not matter. They do not waste energy on petty battles, meaningless pursuits, or shallow victories. They are focused because they know eternity is near. They are detached because they know only what is eternal will last. They are strong because their strength is not borrowed from circumstances, but rooted in destiny. The voice is still speaking, choose me or choose fire, decide now. Do not mistake patience for absence. The fact that you are hearing this message is proof of mercy, but mercy has a limit. Grace has an end. The door will not stay open forever. There will come a time when the decision is sealed and what you have chosen will be revealed. Do not be found unprepared. Consider this. Every sacrifice you make now is nothing compared to the glory of eternity. Every pleasure you give up is nothing compared to the joy that awaits. Every rejection you endure is nothing compared to the honor of being chosen. The scales are not even close. The cost of surrender is temporary. The reward is eternal. The cost of compromise is temporary pleasure. The punishment is eternal fire. The decision is clear. So why do so many hesitate? Because they are blinded by attachment. They cannot see beyond their fear of losing what was never theirs to begin with. They cannot imagine life without the things they cling to. But hear this truth, what you cling to is clinging to you. The fire uses your attachments as chains. The moment you release them, the chains break. That is why detachment is deliverance. The chosen walk with lightness because they carry no unnecessary weight. They travel light because they know the journey is long. They are not slowed down by the baggage of this world. Their hearts are fixed, their minds are clear, and their spirits are strong. And this is not because they are special. It is because they made the decision to detach, to surrender, to choose eternity over fire. You can do the same. This is your moment of decision. The voice is not echoing for someone else, it is calling you. Do not look to your left or your right. Do not think this is for another. This is for you. Choose me or choose fire. Decide now. If you choose fire, know this: the fire is not merciful. It does not end. It does not rest. It does not release. It consumes without satisfaction, torments without pause, destroys without completion. That is the destiny of those who refuse to detach, who cling to compromise until it is too late. But if you choose eternity, know this: the light never ends. The peace never fades. The joy never weakens. The purpose never dies. That is the destiny of those who detach, who surrender, who choose truth when the call comes. And the call has come to you now. This is not just another message. This is not just another moment. This is the moment that defines your eternity. The fire is real. The light is real. The decision is yours. Choose me or choose fire. Decide now.